Have you found out sort of what the diagnosis is there?
We haven't as yet. He had his scan last night at about 6 o'clock, so he was going to see the doctor this morning to ascertain where it was at, but didn't look great on video, and he's done a knee before, so I guess it's something that he knew, you know, when he came off the ground, that it wasn't something that would normally happen, so he felt some pain there, and it's probably not looking favourable for him, but we'll find out at some stage this morning.
Yeah, sorry Daniel, I saw you quoted about that particular mark and sort of the selfless act to get the boys over the line at a point when Williamstown were coming really hard at you. It was a pretty special moment in a frenetic final quarter. It was,
and that mark pretty much got us into the grand final. They were getting, I think it was 15 inside 50s at that stage of the game, and they were just peppering, and for him to take that mark and to slow the game down was a game saver for us, and hopefully he gets to enjoy the week coming into it. Obviously not with him knowing at this stage where his knee's at, but he's certainly a big part of us making the grand final.
It's a very hard fought game for you, that one, Marco. How did the rest of the group pull up for him?
Yeah, look, again, you probably got your niggles throughout this period, but with a grand final coming up, those niggles tend to go away pretty quickly. So it was a hard deck for both games. So I'm sure recovery is going to be paramount over this next period. But we'll make sure that everyone's up and going by Sunday.
Chris, first year back for Footscray in the competition. Has it exceeded all expectations that you could have had at the start of the year to be sitting here and playing off in a grand final on Sunday? Or did you think the group was capable of that at the start of the year?
That was probably the good thing. We didn't come in with any expectation. The main purpose of our side was purely to make sure that we were getting the best development for our players, and we weren't getting that with our alignment. And we think we've achieved that. And obviously we've done well with regards to win-loss, which is an added bonus. And I saw some comments spoken about by some commentary on the weekend about development was out the window and all this type of business. It's rubbish. We still think it's a great development experience for our players to be playing in a final series and under pressure with big crowds and trying to develop a will to win.
Marco, how much does last year count for you boys coming into this game? You've been there and done it all before. How much do you draw on that leading into Sunday?
Look, we've had, I think, 53 guys play this year. We've had something like 12 debutants, and even going into this game, there's probably half of the guys who have played in it, and there's the other half who haven't. So I guess for the guys who have played in it, the driver is they understand it and know what special feeling it is, and then you've got the other half who haven't been a part of it and really want to. So I think that those two groups coming together probably is favourable, and will go a long way to obviously the experience these guys have in playing a grand final, combined with those guys who have the hunger to really succeed. So I think it'll be a great experience for all involved.
Nick, I think it's fair to say that the Footscray contingent in the crowd on the weekend at your preliminary final really shows that the western suburbs have got behind this VFL side and certainly embraced having Footscray back in the competition.
Yeah, look, it's been a fantastic thing for the club, to have Footscray up in lights once again. It's been great to see them come to all the finals, and it's certainly seeing a lot of smiles on the faces of people out in the west. So look, it's the week ahead's fantastic, not just for our team and or the greater organisation, but also for the community out west. So really looking forward to the challenge ahead.
Marco, it'll be nice to not have the distraction of an appeal and all that. The sort of saga that surrounded Ben McEvoy's selection sort of hovering over your head this week, I can imagine? Yeah,
no, it wasn't a distraction for us. We knew he was playing from the get-go, and the rest was up to Willie and obviously AFL Victoria, so no distraction for us.
His performance on the weekend showed that it clearly didn't bother him?
No, it didn't, but there's probably 22 other guys out there that that'll say similar. They could have been distracted by it, but we just went about our business in the end.
How's your shoulder, Nick? Will you be available?
Look, no, it's good. It's obviously it's actually 3 weeks today since I had an op on it. But look, it's disappointing timing to be honest. But it's look, obviously you work blood, sweat and tears that you put into the season to give you the opportunity to play, and we're fortunate enough to be able to play this week. And look, I'll be certainly doing what I can, but it's a long shot. But I'll certainly never say never.
All right, Nick,
Nick, I suppose that it looks to me like the playing group just has supreme confidence in sort of the way that they're playing at the moment. I saw the Chris playing with a hell of a lot of confidence.
Yeah, I think Chris touched on it. I mean, obviously having the opportunity now to be in the one club and those boys that unfortunately missed out on AFL selection have the opportunity to play a very similar game style at VFL level. On the back of being coached extremely well with Chris, though he sits next to me, it's been a fantastic year, and the team of coaches he's put together are second to none. We have great opportunities for younger boys who are on the VFL list to emerge and grow as players, and hopefully our aim as an organisation is to get some of those VFL listed boys onto AFL lists ultimately. And, unfortunately, we can't keep them at the Western Bulldogs. We'd love to, but the fact of the matter is some of them might go elsewhere. But I think the great thing is that we're giving them the opportunity to do that, and it's reflective in our game. And I think there's been times in the years where we've been challenged quite aggressively at times, and certain quarters have been quite tough, but we've been able to work our way through them on the back of the training that we've had. So, really looking forward to putting it all together, and hopefully things fall our way, and boys can revert to the training that we've had, and really grow some confidence from there.
David, there's been plenty of talk about you, the sort of Hawthorn players that have come into your side throughout finals, but the way that some of your Box Hill listed players stepped up last week must have sort of really impressed you, and I'm sure as a captain and obviously being one of those players as well to watch.
Yeah, I was going to speak about Xavier when you first started asking about the question, and he's had a really good year, and he stepped up as a leader, and he's been at the club for a couple of years now, so it was good to see him really step up and put in a big performance like he did, and we need that. We need contribution from 23 players. It's not just about the Hawthorn listed guys, it's not just about the Box Hill listed guys, it's about all of us gelling together. So for Xavier to step up and kick 3 goals, and a crucial one there in the last quarter, was huge for us. So yeah, I'm pleased for him. But I'm also pleased for the other guys like Sam Collins, Ayden Kennedy. There's a few guys there. Sammy Iles has been playing some really good footy as well. So yeah, it's really good for Xavier, and not only just for his football but for his leadership as well. It's been great.
On another one of your teammates, Alex Woodward's obviously carrying the JJ Liston sort of trophy winner tag now as well, but he seems to have just gone from strength to strength on the back of that throughout finals.
Yeah, he has, and an impressive thing about Woody as well is his leadership. We had a training session on the Saturday with our weekend off, and yeah, there was a few things throughout the drills that we could have gotten better, and Woody actually brought the group in and said, boys, we need to do this better and that better, and yeah, it's just great to see. And it's good to know that we've got the buy-in there, and we're all working towards a common cause.
David, is the fit thing similar this year, or is it a bit different to last year? Obviously, you had 1-1 last year, coming in this year, but both years you seem to have come in top form and sort of build
yeah, it's a little bit similar. We won 13 games last year. Obviously, won the qualifying final and the preliminary final. Both Sunday games are prelim, so it's a little bit of a similar feeling there. So yeah, it is what it is, and the week's going to be as normal as it can be. We've been through it before, so yeah, just looking forward to getting out there on Sunday.
Yeah, sort of likewise, Chris. How's the mood down at Footscray? It's a completely new year and a new situation for a lot of these people. I imagine there's a great deal of excitement.
Well, as Nick said, the crowd support's been fantastic. But just in the playing group, we've had our AFL players leave the organisation, obviously, unlike the Hawks. So we've had our group work closely together now for 2 or 3 weeks, and all training together, and there's a good feel of camaraderie and common goal, and we've been lucky enough that we've been able to train together quite a bit throughout the year, and it's a good feeling, obviously. So I think the TRC Cup boys hit it on the head when they talked about the weather, etc.
Chris, the talent in the tall ranks on both sides is probably one of the features going into Sunday. Must be good to have some of your boys who are on the AFL list have some real tough jobs ahead of them, taking on the likes of McEvoy and Loudon.
Yeah, and Grimley. That's a challenge, and it's a big day for both sides. I think we've got a bit of firepower up front as well, so it'll be interesting to see how we set it up at each team and how we combat it against each other as well. So the ruck duels will be interesting as well, as you said. So it'll be land of the Giants, both sides.